Hello, guys. On that daily walk today, I wanted to discuss with you how a person like me gets so much knowledge. When you're first born, you're born through your parents that's already in a system. Most parents don't know that they are what's called programmed. So, in other words, they learn from their parents a certain way that they were taught. So they always taught per each other. So a person of true knowledge, what he does, he comes through his parents and he's raised through his parents. But once you try to discover God for yourself, usually it's something very dramatic and we call it an awakening. So my awakening, I was in the hospital with a foot infection. So what happens when you get the awakening, you start to question everything. And then because God has chosen you, he starts to unveil stuff that it's only him. Because most people, I'm going to say a high 95% are in the system. Because we're taught that, trust your government, which means mind control. Most people don't even know that. Still under a system. Then TV, there's channels. Do you know what channels? That's satanic. But you start watching these programs on TV and you're getting constantly programmed. So we got channels and programs on the TV. Those actually mean something. Think of channels and programs in your television. Even the word television. Listen to what you're saying. So that's an image that they shoot and they program your subconscious brain that way. So someone on conscious level, like myself, we actually take ourselves away from everything. Like I did. What I did, I no longer became political. I was a Christian and Baptist growing up. So what I did, I went back and restudied all the religion. And the whole time, the universal God is working with you. And when you take yourself back from the world, you start to see the world from the outside. So you're looking from the outside with him. Most people in the world look at the world inside. They put themselves inside. Think when you're born. Now, you know you're a God and you're a spirit, is that right? So how do you know you weren't somewhere else before the earth? Maybe you were on a mission and because you are God, they possibly sent you on a mission to see what you can do for the earth, as we're all here on what's called a purpose, which is a mission. That's everyone here. Most people don't know they're on a mission. They think they're here to work and get angry with each other, but in actuality, you were sent here on a mission, on a purpose, whatever purpose that is. Most people don't discover their purpose. So back to the system thing. You're taught to trust you come in the world and there's darkness already here and there's good already here. But most people, I hate to say it, are dark. So these people also have, so a person, look at a person like that, like look at everyone like they have a costume on. So you can't see an actual evil person, what they all look like, because they all have hidden costumes. Some people look really cute. You have older people that look really harmless. But if you was to take this outer body off of you, you will see a whole different perspective. And that's the next level when you leave the earth. when you leave this planet and you go to the next destination. So when you take yourself out of the system, like I have, and you see it and you look more openly. So in other words, I am not political. I am not religious. I'm only a seeker of God, which is truth. That's why I gain so much knowledge. And then what happens, God, the universe, will work with you. He'll start to unveil stuff to you because now you're not in the system. You're more easily to see things. If you're constantly programmed through your subconscious brain, you're not as open to seeing things. But once you become conscious level, you start to see things and you gain a infinite knowledge that only the universal God does with you. So back to this fear. He even put here you can call it Bible, Quran. He even allowed people to put books here to try to teach you, to learn about who? God. But man himself, because man, remember it says in your Bible, for the love of money is evil. That's what's going on now. They will tell the world, they taught a lot of my relatives money was evil. They left out the word love. So what you're seeing now in the Great Awakening is for the love of money is evil. You understand? So it says that in the Bible. So we were never meant to be poor, but that's how everything gets started. Actually the world teaches you divisions. Man, woman, black, white, Asian, brown. I'm Democrat, I'm Republican. You're a Baptist, I'm a Muslim. See the division? We all one. We all one. Now, with the Great Awakening, what's happening, this is the next phase of the world. So the Great Awakening is trying to awaken people to the new world and pulling the layers back on the evil. That's what you're seeing now. The evil is getting unveiled, and he's not unveiling it just to individuals, he's unveiling it to the whole world. So if you can take yourself outside of the program and reprogram yourself by learning, like really relearning everything all over, you'll start to see the world for what it really is. Like people say life is difficult. You were programmed that. Life is not difficult. If you are God, how can life be difficult? You just wake up, be happy, seek for truth, and don't worry about nothing. You don't know when you're going to leave from your mission, so you just take things as they come. Most people anticipate stuff before it comes, and that's why it happens to them, because if you're God and you start to think something going to happen, that's why usually it happens to you. And why someone else would say, well, it didn't happen because you didn't think that way. Everything is a thought. The evil knows this. That's why your government, they chose the word government. That's a mind control. So they take control of your mind when you have the actual power. But what's happening, God's great awakening is awakening people up. In the darkness, layer by layer, they're getting unveiled. Everything from TV, movies, the media, so on and so on. Well, that's just a brief description of how someone gains a real great knowledge. They'll teach you school. They'll say being smart. Most smart people are not knowledgeable. That's why your Senate, that's why the government can't never come to an agreement on anything. If they would all just go in the same room and put stuff up on a bulletin board and vote on it, that would resolve a lot of stuff. It doesn't have to be Republican and Democrat. You could take a vote among all of them, whatever the topic is, And whoever wins the most votes, we would swing that into law. That would be fair because the majority would win. But they complicate things for what? Personal agendas. And that's part of the darkness. The darkness is very selfish, very narcissistic. They don't care about you. They'll tell you they care, but the actions show it. Look at your condition you're in now. So coming up, did you have any knowledgeable shows that taught you wealth? No. They gave you, Leave It to Beaver, Dennis the Menace, the Brady Bunch. Did those shows teach you actually wealth? So if you had wealth, you could get your own business. You would live more comfortably here on earth. But everything they say is good for you, you need to re-reference it. That's what knowledgeable people do. When they say something's good, there's always opposite side. Or sometimes the truth is not fully the truth because no one researches anything. They take it with a grain of salt and say, okay, because they don't know about their subconscious brain. But anything that comes up, always research it. When people give you information, always research the information. You don't know what people give you. So always research any information. That's how people get programmed into the system. But I'm showing you how you can get unprogrammed and how I got unprogrammed and became very knowledgeable. I see the world a lot different than others. Others panic over stuff, but before I react, I let it happen. I don't anticipate things because I know the power of my thought. Well, anyway, guys, you take care. Just wanted to share a little bit of how I think and how I have increased knowledge with my infinite being inside me, which is God and the universe. Take care.